So this is going to be a different stream than usual, at least recently, because I'm not on YouTube. I'm just on Twitch, doing some experimentation. See how loyal a Twitch following is now. So it's Twitch exclusive. This might go on YouTube in the future, maybe to the extra channel, maybe to the main channel. And I've been reconfiguring a few things with my setup. I'm using a different camera than usual. So let me know if the quality is okay. Now, I actually have two active cameras. So the one I'm currently using is built into my monitor. So I actually want to ask what camera people prefer. Very soon I'll hop into a game. But I have this one. I also have this one. So this one is a built-in camera. This one is on like tripod off to the side. I think I turned off autofocus. Yeah. It's just manual focus.
The quality of the second one is way better.
Should I keep it on this? It is at an angle. So I'm not like facing towards the camera, but let me know if people have a preference. I don't like change. Oh no. They both look good. There is more processing on this one. I'm using it's like Apple's Studio Light mode. So this is with it turned off. This is with Studio Light turned on. There's also Portrait, which, whoa, what just happened? I don't want to break anything. I'm actually torn between the two. I don't know which one I prefer more. And this one's way more expensive. I'm using my Sony camera and a nice lens too. Okay, we'll do a quick poll. Which camera do you prefer? Built-in, straight on, Sony cam on angle. So again, this is a Sony camera on an angle. This is the built-in camera. It's actually built into the monitor. One of these LG displays. If I use this one, I probably have to change the mic so it's not like covering my face. Okay. Not too many votes, but I think enough votes to make a conclusion that more people prefer this one. 71% to 29%. Why not use both? I could just put this here. And people can get multiple angles. I should do one of those Nerditsky streams with like 10 different camera angles. Add a third camera. Can I add a third camera? Video. New. Oh! I'm upside down. Oh no. Okay. This is my second display off to the side. This is the head-on. This is the angle display. I think that's too much. I don't want to overwhelm my PC or my Mac, whatever it's called. We're not getting a feet cam. I'm sorry. Okay. People have spoken. We're keeping this one. And let's play some chess. So if you're just joining, this is a weekly classical arena. It's a long tournament, 5-hour tournament. The goal is to play some instructive games, hopefully teach a thing or two. If there's any openings people want me to play, do let me know. Usually best to say your favorite opening right before a game starts, which is right now. Accelerated Dragon, Stafford, Crab, Dutch, Taimanov. I should maybe do what Magnus does. is buy a 20-sided dice, 20-sided die, and then roll it to determine my first move. Just randomize the openings. Okay, someone said English. Lachel's Hound wanted English, so you're deciding my destiny. We have a symmetrical English. Play knight f3. I started playing the English back many, many years ago. Very often it will transpose into like d4 or e4 openings, or both. Okay, we're actually getting an accelerated dragon, which I usually play from the black side. Now, black hasn't played this. I don't know if there's any way to exploit the move order. Just play normally, bishop to e2. Yeah, if you're just joining, I'm not live on YouTube. I'm only live on Twitch. This might go on YouTube in the future. There is actually a reason why I'm not live on YouTube, which I think will be easier to explain later. But there is some, I guess, incentive for me just to be streaming only on Twitch for today.
Hey, Eric.
Thank you, Chess's Draw. Happy 2 months. Okay, so getting kind of the typical Marazzi bind setup. Marazzi bind is usually defined by pawns on e4, d4, or e4, c4, knight on d4. And e5 is typically not a good positional move, because it's really weakening to this pawn and the d5 square. And now there's a few plans like queen d2, rook d1, target d6. There's also plans of knight e4 to d5, maybe combined with bishop g5. I think I'll just start with knight b4. Both d5 and b6 are weak squares. Okay, black is maybe wanting to take. So I'm calculating rook c1 takes knight d5, and then take, and then take, and then take, and then take. Yeah, there's no way black's getting away with that. So this is supposed to be a slow game, but we're both playing at a pretty quick pace. We've both had more time than we started with. 20 minutes with a 10-second increment. Endgame Eagles asking, will you play the whole arena? Probably not. I ain't got time for that. But I got time for probably a couple hours worth of chess. Try and raise my classical rating. I'll try and get rid of this question mark, how about? Maybe someday turn it into an exclamation mark. Wow, black is being brave. There's a fine line between bravery and, what's a nice word? Not stupidity. Bravery and dubiousness, how about? So I could take first or move the knight first. So if I take, there is a discovery like knight d5. Then I lose more material. And if I play knight d5 first, then I guess I have to calculate knight d5 as well. But I think I just win the rook in the end. So knight d5, let's say take. I'm up the exchange, knight will escape. I guess black will have bishop and pawn for rook. And then the other line is take immediately, take. Bishop's attacked. Bishop doesn't have a great square, maybe g4. But then again, I'll save the knight. So this looks pretty good. I mean, is there any value in considering other moves? I don't think so. There are a lot of positions in chess where you just have to hunker down and calculate like these capture lines. I remember when I was younger, I struggled with visualizing and keeping track of material, but it's an important skill. So this pawn is attacked. If I play knight b6 attacking the bishop can move and attack the rook. I mean, maybe it's still worth going for. Like knight b6, bishop b5, rook d1, knight takes e4, f3. And then I'll win d6 in the end. And we simplify further. I like that. Oh, happy birthday to GM Shay. Asking if I can play you for your birthday. I'm playing in the weekly classical arena. So the best chance to play me today is to join the tournament. But it's a pretty big tournament. How many players? Nearly 600 players. Link is in chat if you want to join. So I could actually take the knight and then win the pawn. Or win the pawn right away. Keep improving here. I am due for a viewer challenge stream. I feel like I haven't done one in a while. Sometimes tournaments are easier to plan and like there's a very clear start and end point as well. Question, do you recommend to play classical chess online? Yeah, generally the longer the time control, the higher quality of the chess. And if you're just getting started, like playing and learning chess, it's usually good to play slower time controls, avoid blitz and bullet. Because it requires time to absorb patterns, figure things out. I mean, these days I don't play too much of this time control, especially online. But once in a while, it's good for instructive chess. I could trade, but it helps Black develop. I'm looking for weaknesses in Black's position. Like, hard to win anything. Take. This almost kind of doesn't work. Maybe this move. Although then the pawn is hanging. I might just play b3. Put the ball back in Black's court. So the thing to understand here, Black is kind of stuck. Like the knight can't develop. I'm controlling d7. The bishop's very restricted now by my pawns. This knight's restricted by my bishop. Like maybe there's knight d4, but then I don't mind trading. Do you run into more suspiciously good players at classical or rapid time controls? A very polite way of phrasing the question. Yeah, it's kind of natural. Like when you play slower time controls, sometimes there's more suspicion. But Lichess is still pretty good at enforcing fair play at these time controls. Okay, so we do see knight d4. b3 is attacked. If I take, then bishop e5 is a threat. This is also a threat. So I'm thinking I'll take, and then rook e1. Preventing bishop e5. Opponent might be... What's the acronym? AFK? Or AFB? Away from board. Away from keyboard. Okay, this looks like a free pawn. I think black is trying to set up this or this, but I'll just take, and those moves don't really work. Have you won prize money tournaments on Lichess? Which variant? I don't think I have. Although, I may have won like $10 at some point. But I forget when or why or how. I have to check my my old Bing statements. How's it going, Chess on Earth? Oh yeah, MIA too. Missing in action. So knight d7 is still prevented due to this. I just want to keep simplifying. Up the pace a little bit. Yeah, this should force a rook trade. Knight c5 is kind of an idea. Take a moment here. Let's go for this. The idea is to chase the rook away from defending f7. And if rook d8, I play this. I could also play this, actually. But then bishop d4 gets a little bit weird. Yeah, if takes, then the knight's restricted. If rook f8, I'll probably invade. There's a question, or not really a question, but a comment. I bet Eric has a lifetime membership on Lichess. I do have a lifetime membership for US chess.
Woof, woof.
Woof, woof. On Lichess, you can become... Actually, I think there is an option to become a lifetime patron. I just do the monthly payment to support Lichess. I think if you give Lichess $250, you get lifetime patron wings, and that's how they survive as a company through viewer support. Thank you, Finite Earth, for the woof woof and the 33. All right, we'll trade. I'll get my king in. Black could play c4 and get the pawn kind of far, but everything's under control now. So this is just the first game of the stream. Okay, not giving any pawns for free. There's a question from ComInfoUnips. Any plans to stream another poker tournament? Yeah, I've only streamed one poker tournament in my life. I think. There was a point I streamed Choker, which was like the chess poker game. But there's no immediate plans. I haven't been invited to anything. I haven't played or studied poker in a long time, maybe since shortly after the last poker tournament. Okay, this is not stalemate. Black has 2 legal moves. What's your favorite bubble tea flavor? I haven't had bubble tea in a long time. I probably had it more recently than streaming poker. There's good bubble tea, or a few good bubble tea places in St. Louis. I usually get winter melon, like one of these random flavors you can't find too many other places. Okay, this is kind of unfortunate. The opponent's kind of stalling out what to do. Maybe I should have tried to be more efficient with the mate. And they could still delay it 1 move. Okay. Okay. GG. I think overall... Oh! Oh, I had the tournament open in a new tab. No time to analyze. I think overall that was a pretty clean game. Got the good opening. I won material pretty quickly. Okay, we move on. There was an opening request earlier for a Stafford Gambit, which I usually don't play in classical, but this might be a rare occurrence of a... All right, we'll have a 4 knights. So no Stafford. No berserking either. Oh, we do have a center fork trick. Yeah, this is a very common, actually a very common mistake at this rating level. 4 knights with bishop c4. So I'll win back the piece, take over the center. I think black is considered to be a little bit better here already. Yeah, with the last game, if my opponent like didn't move for maybe over 5 minutes, I think Lichess would detect it. Lichess is usually pretty good at detecting players who are stalling and losing positions. But I'm not sure. It might depend on like the opponent's history too. There is a common saying, I'm wondering if center fork trick gives an advantage. According to the engine, it's pretty equal. That is true. Like if you turn on the engine here, it'll say around 0.0. But I don't think that reflects like how much easier it is to play for black. And a lot of players do walk into this line, which is already like good for black. There's more space and black has 2 bishops. And very often knight d4 can come. But yeah, if white plays perfectly, then it's probably like objectively equal. c4. So we see kind of a similar, I don't know if I want to call this a mistake, but similar type of move to last game, where the opponent's weakening this square and this pawn. And the first thing I'm looking at is bishop b4 check, bishop d2, and then take. Yeah, that just looks good. Develop with tempo. There's knight c3. I don't win the pawn immediately. I see the other request for O'Sullivan, which I haven't played in a while. Yeah, I think I'll only play dubious gambits if like I'm playing... I mean, it depends on the opponent's rating. If I'm playing like far down, then I'll be a bit more adventurous with the dubious openings. There's a question, what openings do you recommend? Yeah, there's so many playable openings, it's hard to it's hard to give general recommendations, especially because everyone has their own style and preferences. If you're looking to like adopt new openings or build like an opening repertoire for yourself, you should look for openings that you're excited to play that align with your style. And different openings have different qualities to them. Like some are more positional, some are more tactical, some require a lot more study, some are super easy to learn. Like some are system-based where you can learn in like less than a minute, like Hippo or like London, or a lot of openings there's like always more depth to discover and to understand. But yeah, the London opening, you could learn the basic setup in like 30 seconds. But then to play at the Grandmaster level, it takes like a lifetime. Then you have to understand how to react to different opponent setups. Question, if knight c3, would I have considered bishop f3? To be honest, probably not. I probably would have just moved my queen. Like queen a5 or... Okay, after this game I can do some analysis. I play knight c2 to just rotate the knight to the center. Okay, I will try and win more efficiently than last game. Up a whole knight. With the king on e4, there might be some funny mates. But it requires getting the rooks to the center first. I'm already fantasizing about like sacking the pawn with f5. Let's imagine g5, f5, king e5, check. It's almost mate, but then the king goes here. And the king could also try and run away backwards. Thank you to Jay Shua, 123, first time Prime. Appreciate that. A friendly reminder, if you have Prime, you can subscribe for free. Support the channel. Get some emotes, get ad-free viewing. There's a question, why does it take forever to find a classical game on Lichess? Literally forever. Yeah, classical is just not a common time control compared to Blitzball or Rapid. Thank you to Wi-Fi Password, another first time Prime. One person took the friendly reminder. All right, let's cash in, get more material. Yeah, usually the best way to get classical games on Lichess is to join these tournaments, like weekly classical. I'm not sure if there's a daily classical. I mean, there's definitely weekly, monthly, and yearly. Okay, so the goal... Oh, now the goal is to checkmate somehow. Repair one of these pawn pushes. Maybe we can get a pawn mate. I'm still trying to conceptualize a mate, though. Like, I need to play this, bring the king in, maybe put the rook on d4 and then go for an eventual, like, b5 mate. Also depends what white does. Okay, white plays c5. So, I'll give a check. I'm expecting this. Now king b7. threatening mate in 1, but allowing this. Maybe I should have played rook b3 first. It's too late now. Will white give me what I want? There's b4. But then it's mate in 3. a6, king a4, b5, and then eventually rook a3 mate. Okay. GG. c6 checkmate. Not a move you get to play too often. Yeah, hopefully a nice example of center fork trick. I mean, white got under pressure early. Bishop d2 looks natural, but then everything kind of crumbles for white. There was a question after this, would I consider this? But yeah, I'd probably look to play... Actually not sure about queen a5, because in this and this. So maybe like queen d7 or queen d6. And Jin also saying bishop takes c3. Yeah, this would just allow simplification in white's favor. Okay, moving on. I no longer have a question mark next to my rating. That's one goal accomplished. Oh, was a6 more accurate? Is a6 checkmate more rare than c6 checkmate? Probably. Because with c6 you can checkmate the king on d5 or b5 or even like discoveries too. Okay, if we see e4, I'll play O'Sullivan. Also, I'll berserk back. Okay. But we see c4. I'll play e5. I'll play my usual against English. Or my usual aggressive line. f5 and knight f6. It's a reverse Grand Prix attack. Knight f3. Opponent's provoking me. I mean, there is this and then this. And then d6, I think is okay. So I defend the pawn. I'm threatening to do this and trap the knight, which white allows. It's not over. White can try and get compensation. I've kind of weakened my king a little bit. And now this and this are both attacked. And d3 is a good move. I feel like I should take, but then take. This feels like one of these alien gambits. Like it should just be bad, but there is some annoying compensation. Like how to do this. Take, bishop e7. Should be okay. Okay, well now I could play h6. Solidify a little bit. I'm not sure where my king wants to go. I want to fiend Cato and castle, but there's rook e1. I think I'll just play this. Maybe this first. Keep my options open. My d5's coming though. Alright, I'll castle kingside. I was a little bit indecisive there. But I am up a piece. Okay, if I take... maybe take in knight e5. So watch out for queen h5. I'm calculating queen h5, king h7, and I'm threatening bishop g4 to trap the queen. Also blocking this diagonal. If d4, then the bishop's blocked a bit more permanently. I think bishop d5 was a mistake from white. These light squares are going to be super weak. I'll probably have more attack on the king side. Yeah, this is a massive threat. I still have to be careful. Bishop g4, rook e5. There's a line takes and then takes. And I don't want to get windmilled. And there's a line like bishop g4, take, 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 take. I'm up the exchange. Maybe I trap the knight in the end. Yeah, this is more of a simplifying move rather than winning material. Like in some respect, I actually maybe lose material with this move if white finds the best line. Will there be a hyper or bullet stream? Someday. I haven't played hyper bullet or ultra bullet in a long time. I kind of forgot white could go for this too. But this is probably better for me because I still take and f2's hanging. And I'll attack the bishop. Maybe win this pawn. Well, I'm just realizing, let's say bishop d4, rook h2, rook f1. Then rook f7 is a mate threat. I might actually just be losing there. Okay, maybe I have h5? But it's like so hard to defend because knight e5, I lose the rook. So the more simple approach is probably just rook f7. I think a lot of players would blunder this. Like it's so easy to overlook how powerful rook f1 is. And maybe I should have played c6 instead of taking on f2. But okay, we're still simplifying. Considering sacking a pawn, I think I will. Allowing this. I don't think I'm trapping the bishop, but the bishop gets stuck after c5. And the goal is to invade the second rank. Once you get I am title, money starts flooding into your account, question mark. Unfortunately, that's not really how it works. I'm pretty sure I had to like pay FIDE some fee to have my I am title processed, along with FM title too. But then they send you a certificate You can then get a verified account on Lichess and chess.com. And if you're titled, you also get like a free lifetime chess.com premium membership, ability to play Title Tuesdays. So there are a lot of perks. But random money flooding in is not really one of them, or trips to Six Flags. Still requires you to buy your own tickets. Yeah, actually, I think if you're candidate master, you still get free lifetime chess.com premium, also national master. But it might depend on your federation. Like if your federation has like a rating system and gives national master titles, that's common for the US. Opponents hoping I forget about the bishop controlling b2. To be honest, that's something I would do. Just put the bishop here and pray. The sniper patiently waiting. Are you drinking chai? I'm drinking coffee. Coffee and oat milk. Kind of looks like chai though. Okay, I want to play this in checkmate. Just making sure. There. White could take with check, but then I play king h7. Threatening the bishop, threatening mate. Thank you. Yes, it's Iris. Happy 13 months. Earlier in the game, what if instead of castling you went bishop h3? Oh, what if white went bishop h3? I can check that afterwards. I don't recall that being a move on my radar. Okay, GG. I'm just imagining a situation where white has 6 pawns stacked, and then I can never escape the checks. Or maybe I still could. I could like run to this and play this. Anyway, let's address this question. Bishop h3. Oh, earlier. Ah, here. Yeah, bishop h3 is maybe just a better move. Because then I have to defend the pawn. So the question is, how would you defend the pawn? So if I push it, then I think I'm losing the pawn after it takes. Maybe it's an interesting gambit. Queen can come in. Yeah, this is actually super interesting. Like take. And if takes, then the knight is trapped. So white doesn't have to go into that. White, I guess, takes first and plays knight g2. Aren't you the trappy openings guy? Some people associate me with trappy openings. Oh, there's still g5. The best way of trapping. I lose a pawn, but then this. Attacking the bishop and the knight. Okay, I would like to think I would find that, but I'm not sure. I would maybe be like seduced by f4. and overlook the best move. Most people on Lichess play g6, which is honestly the first move that came to my mind, just like solidify. The g5 is so strong. So white should play d3 to poke at my overextended pawn and prevent pawn g5. And then I'm not really in time to do anything. Like, I can't even do this because this, or even this. So the best move here is d5. Wow. Take, take. And this is a threat. Okay. And this doesn't actually work because the queen helps support g5. I can take, take, and then g5. Well, learning some lessons from the opening here. Thank you, Lean Cuisine Van. Happy 5 months. All right, let's keep it going. Got berserking points, top 60. 3.5 hours to go. Gain some rating too. Do you ever get angry? Not usually. I feel like anger is not the most productive emotion. Like when you feel anger, you should channel it into some more like positive form of energy, like focus or self-improvement. Okay, good luck to my opponent. I haven't played e4 today. There were a lot of like e4 suggestions earlier. There's some mention of like tricky gambits. What do I want to play?
Got my wisdom teeth yanked out, so now recovery and watching some chess with my puffy cheeks.
Oh no, your puffy cheeks. I wish you a speedy recovery, adventures in crypto. Okay, I'm playing Ponziani. Not quite a gambit, but it's a tricky opening. A lot of players misplay it. Knight g4 is already a mistake from black. Knight can get kicked around. Now, I don't want to take the knight. Oh, well, now I probably do. Although it's kind of interesting. If I take, then take, and my knight's pinned and attacked. In d5, I think makes a lot of sense. Now both knights are attacked. If this knight moves, I could even win the bishop first. Yeah, I have a choice. I think most people would take the knight. But the bishop looks tastier. A very common Ponziani trap is when you play c3 early, naturally the queen has the square. Okay, GG. A 10-move Ponziani win. I gained a rating point. Yeah, the only good move here for black is knight d5. There's a lot of players that make the mistake of knight e4. A few years ago, I saw Fabiano make this mistake in some Title Tuesday game. Knight e4 runs into queen e2. And if d5, then there's en passant, and the knight can't be saved. There's no queen e7, bishop f5 runs into this. So after knight d5, I usually like to play queen b3, provoke this, and then take. Have some happy development. Okay, back to tournament. 23rd place. Got some quick wins. I'll play another e4 game. May I request knight f3 into Tennyson? Okay, if d5, I'll play knight f3. But we have c5. I'll play knight f3 still. I recently crossed 2100 rapid and majority of my plays and tactics originate from learning, or by learning from your YouTube videos and streams. From Eric Rosen Extra Channel. Well, that's really nice to hear. Thank you to You Got Me Yawning. I appreciate the bits as well. Okay, so I'm playing not the most conventional line, but Bishop c4 is a move that I prepared a lot for the World Rapid Blitz, also like some classical tournaments. But I never really got to play in a serious over-the-board game. So now I just play it online occasionally. So we now have an open Sicilian. The bishop is kind of restricted on c4 by the pawns. I'm trying to remember what is the point here. I think eventually like the bishop goes back and like gets some setup. I mean, rook e1 makes some sense. Just defend the pawn. Aligning with the king as well. Yeah, it's true I'm no longer provisionally rated. No more question mark. But I think I still need to play a lot of games to appear on the leaderboard. Like there's some formula. Right? Where is it? Should probably do this between games. Classical. I don't think I'm here. Oh wow, if my rating is like established, I'm very close to top 5. I would be number 7 on Lichess. So d6. So if I take, yeah, this is kind of new territory for me. Take. There's knight c3 first. Just play knight c3 first. Can't be too much wrong with developing. There are sometimes ideas of knight d5. Use X-ray vision on the e-file. Might be questionable, especially here. So, should I keep developing? Bishop e3. I feel like I have this quintessential setup against Sicilian. h3 might be a useful move. Prevent knight g4. Black might have ideas of like this and then this. Another idea is to play a4. Just try and clamp down and prevent b5. Maybe even f4 as well.
Do you have a favorite bit of trash talk you've heard or said over the years that you can share?
Heard or said? Oh dear. I usually don't trash talk with words. I trash talk with my moves. Or at least trash my opponent with my moves. Not sure how to put it. Naturally, I'm not very good at trash talking, so I just usually try and avoid it. But it's okay when other people trash talk me. I don't get too emotional. What to do with this bishop? Is black threatening anything? If takes, I take with queen. Maybe I just play h3 I guess there is the idea of like eventually knight c4. If I take. Yeah, maybe I should play bishop e2. Not the most exciting move though. Or a4? Gonna take some time here. Queen e2? Maybe queen e2. I feel like this has the most number of purposes. I reinforce the bishop. If this, I can play bishop b3 and not worry about knight c4. I'm also clearing the d1 square for the rook. I do prevent the bishop from coming back, but I think long term it's fine on this diagonal. Always still play like a3 or a4. Give the bishop more room. You once said this game feels like going to Costco. So much free stuff. I don't remember that, but it feels like something I might say. I do like the Costco free samples. Okay, rook d1. I mean, probably if you scour my YouTube channel for these, especially the videos where I play Dina Balankaya, I feel like there is a bit of banter. I may have told her to jump in a river. I forget the context. Maybe it was just a creek or something. I also played, I went to Coffee Chess, pretty well-known chess club in LA. They have a whole YouTube channel of like over-the-board trash talking games. And there's a lot of videos on their channel featuring me. I posted some of the best ones on my channel too. I played Boston Mike. I caught Boston Mike in this funny England Gambit trap. Right, I had to pre-move OTB and say, "Oh no, my knight." Maybe some people know the video I'm referencing. Oh, Strange Casual says, "I think that's how I got into chess as an adult. Through Coffee Chess." Yeah, it's kind of its own like YouTube rabbit hole. Introduce you to the whole chess world. Okay, so enjoying the setup here. And there's bishop d3 as well. Actually, I might have to play bishop d3. Because if I play this, there's b4, I lose a pawn. I might even be conceding the bishop pair. Maybe a small amount of negligence on my part. Welcome back to Jasper Pope.
Another month, another haircut?
I got a haircut earlier this month. It was back in... It was early March. It was actually the day of... It was the first day of the Champions Showdown. So I think it was March 4th or... Yeah, I think it was March 4th. I'll probably get another haircut in a month or two. Oh, hey, it's Fourth Wall. Gifting merch to Twitch chat. If you're in Twitch chat, type !enter. You have 60 seconds to do so. And then a random winner will be chosen. I think I can do enter myself too. Let me enter this poll. I haven't one of these. I have not won one of these yet. This happens on rare occasions. I think I'll just play h3 here. Okay, a lot of people saying enter. This is a giveaway for a dad hat. with my logo on it. Good luck to everyone. You have about, I don't know,
Quack.
10 more seconds, 20 more seconds. Oh, it's over. The winner is Devigator. Congratulations. You can redeem your gift. Also, thank you, Tachikuma. Happy 6 months. Yeah, Fourth Wall is the website or the company that manages my merch. I'm wearing one of the merch items. The Oh No My Queen shirt. I do appreciate that. Shout out to Fourth Wall. Yeah, I think gifting merch is only possible when I'm live. But it is a nice feature. Oh, there's another gift. Now it's a chance to win an Oh No My Queen chessboard t-shirt. The one I'm currently wearing. Or maybe a slightly different one. Probably slightly newer. Again, type !enter. I'm doing it myself as well. Good luck to everyone. This is the most active chat has been maybe ever. All the lurkers are coming out. Good luck. Old Walter saying exit. I don't think that will win you anything. Who's the person gifting? I don't know if I want to reveal who that is. Or maybe I can. This is occasionally Fourth Wall will offer to gift some items on their behalf. And this is actually one of the reasons why I'm just live on Twitch today. So I don't think this feature exists for YouTube chat. But maybe someday it will. Okay, the giveaway winner has been determined. Jared God 12, congratulations. You won yourself a shirt. I'm pretty sure, like, go to the link and you can select your size. We have a lot of size options from kid sizes to adult sizes. Okay, F4 looks very natural here. Yeah, this game is unfolding at a slow pace, which is nice. Gives me more time to see what's happening. Oh yeah, congratulations to Navigator, who just redeemed their prize. Getting the hat. Congrats again. You have XXXL. Again, if you want merch, you can use the merch command too, and see what the offerings are. Oh wow, thank you, Yarshan. Gifting 5.
Months. That's almost a year.
And ATC Foss with the 30. So much generosity. Thanks everyone. Okay, opponent takes. Oh, it's another gift. It's a new giveaway. Okay, the gifting is not over. !enter in chat as I try and figure out what to do in this position. I think just bishop e3. Looks pretty standard. You might trade some pawns. If you type enter, or if you type !enter twice, I don't think that actually gives you 2 entries. I think it's only 1 entry per username. Wait, what's the product being given this time? Oh, it's a tank top. It's a do you even rook lift bro tank top. Maybe we'll see some rook lifts eventually. Oh, Jared God just redeemed their t-shirt. Congratulations. Looks like Kleinhat has won the tank top. Nice job, Kleinhat. Hope you enjoy your summer merch. Maybe your workout merch. It's actually been a while since I wore the tank top on stream. Have to bring back the dumbbells and do a lifting stream. Oh yeah, when you if you're a winner and you redeem, then when you click the redeem link, you have to verify your Twitch account. So it's not like anyone can just redeem the free gift. Hopefully it's unhackable. Also, I'm just checking the merch. Do a quick detour to the website. Yeah, most of the shirts come in a vast range of sizes. From extra small to 5XL. So B4. I think I can get away with this. Not sure though. Actually, it might not be good. But it might be good. Knight d5. Take. If bishop f6, I play queen here and attack both pawns. And the alternative is knight a4, but then bishop c6 is kind of annoying. I think I might be committed to this. Take. Let's say bishop f6. Actually, let's say queen e4 or queen c5 first. But queen c5, I have this, and then if I take and win the queen. Yeah, that actually looks good. Like the position opens up in white's favor. Kleinhat also redeeming their gift. Very quick redeemers here. Also, thank you, Tachikuma, gifting to Top Clean. I see a first-time chatter saying Xlam enter. I think it's too late now, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Have to do it in a timely fashion. Okay, so queen e4. Black's going to get some compensation, actually. This is still far from simple. Okay, there's this. Oh, the gifting continues. Okay, now you can type Xlam enter. Make sure you spell it correctly. I wonder if my opponent is watching the stream. They're probably just deep in the zone of calculation for this game. Or maybe they're trying to win the next item. This time it's the goose black t-shirt. Oh, it's the one I was just showing, actually. This one. Got the goose playing the Stafford Gambit. Okay, it's a question, do I actually want to take the pawn? Because then rook b8, queen a3 maybe. And then queen b6. Let's do it. Okay, a new winner has been announced. Dries Colmont. Congratulations, you won yourself the goose t-shirt. Also, yeah, it's not too late to enter the arena. I just shared the link in chat. So doing very well on time. Up nearly 7 minutes. Black takes on d5. Interesting. That move I wasn't expecting. I thought I could take here. This could get very, very messy. Take. Okay, so if I take on g6, if black takes back with either pawn, then it's very simple. I just take the bishop. Because there is queen c2. Oh man, even that is not simple. But d6 is weak. It should be okay. A little bit more concerned about rook b8. Pawns are kind of hanging. I have to focus here. Congratulations, Dries Colmont. Redeeming. Bishop e4 is another move. Bishop g6, rook b8. b2 and c2 are probably falling. So maybe c4. Maybe I can try and play positionally. But then still rook b8. I don't see how I'm saving the b2 pawn. If I take on g6. Rook b8 there. Take. I'm scared of simplifying completely, but I think I have to go into this line. I don't see anything better. And black has a lot of options here, so like sometimes a way to win a chess game is to give your opponent a lot of options and a lot of ways to go wrong. Oh, Dries Colmont in chat saying, wait, I won, thank you so much. Yeah, a lot of people entered. It requires a little bit of luck. Yeah, there's so many moves here for black. Like rook b8, there's takes, there's queen a7 check. There's moving the bishop. Everything appears to be under control. So I'm up over 5 minutes. Yeah, these pawns probably are not going to survive for too long. But this pawn as well, very clear target. I should note if bishop g2, I would then probably take one of these things. But bishop g2 is super interesting. Like I'll have a lot of options. I could take back, I could take... Wow. Black just takes. I'll take here. I think we're going into this line, which I don't mind. If black wins back the pawn, we both have 4 pawns. But black has more pawn islands, which should be to my benefit. And d6 is attacked 3 times. I might throw in queen, or after queen c2, play rook d2 to attack and defend b2. Now it would allow queen c5, and then take, and then take. But that should still be good for white. The pawns are separated. Like, I probably want to avoid lines where like takes and then takes and then takes, then takes and then takes. And then it becomes very difficult to win. Yeah, this is very positional now. It's all about holding on to my pawns, trying to eventually win this for free. And then we'll see what happens. It could be a long endgame grind. Okay, we are going into this, so I have to take. I'm thinking b3 at some point. But it's another question. Do I want to trade rooks? Maybe not. Maybe just rook c2? Or even start with this? I like rook c2. There's a question from Tachikuma. What if black played bishop takes b2 followed by bishop c3? At what moment, though? Probably something I could look at after the game. Yeah, if you're just joining, I'm playing the weekly Classical Arena on Lichess. I had a handful of relatively quick wins. This is definitely the biggest fight of my tournament so far. I think I'm slightly better here, but we'll see how much work it actually takes. Okay, it's a tricky move. If I take, I definitely can't take this and allow this. I don't think I want to trade rooks, like rook c1. And there is bishop d4 coming. Slightly unpleasant. And this bishop really wants to be on f2. So maybe I play this. Not sure. Sometimes in these situations, it requires very deep calculation, which also requires energy. So bishop g3. Take, rook e8. I mean, there's also rook d8. What if I play king f1? There. Not super fond of that. I play this, and there's bishop d4. I'm kind of leaning towards bishop g3. mean, the goal is to optimize the bishop and the king, and probably the pawns too. Like, pawn should really be on b3. And the way to win this is to try and use my slightly more active pieces and exploit black's slightly weaker pawn structure, like mainly the c5 pawn. And objectively, it's probably closer to a draw than it is to a win. But with the time, I think I still have good practical chances. Bishop d4, so I could play bishop f2. It feels a little bit wrong to trade bishops, but I don't think I mind going into an endgame where c5 is then a very big target, and my king would be closer to the center as well. You have takes, and you can imagine rook c8, b4, c4, king e3. Eventually I'll win the pawn. And black doesn't have to take, though. Black could maybe move the rook somewhere. Definitely not here, though. Maybe here or here. And there is a variation, like rook d8, I take. Takes, check. But then I play this, and I'm like up a pawn. So there is this, and then this. And there's some endings where even if I'm up a pawn, it's still a draw. But that's probably the best I can ask for. Rook f8. And that looks like a mouse slip. Really strange move. Can I take and play this? Rook b8, b3. I'm just going to trust my intuition. Actually, let's calculate. Takes. Rook c6. If d3, then my king will eventually catch the pawn. Even if rook here, I'm in time to blockade and then eventually win it. If rook b8, b3. I'm going for it. If a5, I win this thing. If rook d8, I still just walk the king in. I'll be just in time. Now there is one thing I kind of didn't consider. I think it's okay though. I'm actually curious if black played rook e8 there, but it's not happening. I'll walk the king over. Yeah, I should note I couldn't take the pawn there because then d3 would be a bit too dangerous. Just b or rook. I still have to be careful. There. Start with king e2. I can't let black simplify completely. Just calculating this, and then this. But after this, I have rook c2. Now I have king d3. Still have to be careful though. I have rook c2, rook b4. But then maybe my king like somehow walks around. I think that's okay. There's really not other options. I mean, there's king c2 actually. King c2, but then still rook b4. I'll play rook c2. Actually, with rook b4, I could play a3. This and then this. Okay. Now this. Okay, so the line is rook c4, rook b8, king c2, d3, king c3, d2, rook d4, and I'll win the pawn without losing b2. I do let the pawn get pretty far, like d3, d2. But the key is to keep the king defending b2. Always have to look out for promotion tactics. Oh. I mess up? Oh no. I have this. Wait. Forgot about rook d8. I think I messed up. Oh no. Is it going to be a draw? I have this move. Thank you, Chess Pastel. Wow. Somehow I got tricked. Opponent's offering a draw. I completely forgot about rook d8. I have to play this. I'll go for this line, I guess. Ugh. Oh, I feel bad. I feel kind of bad. Maybe I moved too quickly there. That's actually a question. How much do I want to try and grind this for a win? Look there, there. I should probably move this way. I do have the outside passer. You never know, you never know. Are all rook endings drawn? think I got overly confident there. Oh, what to do? King G4? There. Yeah, King H5 is coming. And the hope is to get my pawn far. Maybe I should play King F4. Not sure. Actually, I have to be really careful not to lose this. Check there. Wait. I have to be really, really careful here. There. Probably this move. Wait a minute. Check. Okay. It's going to be a draw. I think. Hopefully. Hopefully I don't lose. Have to go for the counterattack. You never know, though. You never know. Interesting. It's getting a little bit tricky, I guess, kind of. Check. Well, we see the rook block. I don't even see how to make tricks, though. Like, maybe try this. Okay, maybe there are some potential promotion tactics. Probably not, though. Okay. Opponent's trying. Are trying. Hmm. It's getting interesting. It's getting interesting. Opponent's still wanting a draw. Check there, check. And there's so few tricks, though. I'm having a hard time even conceptualizing how I win this. Rook. Rook here. Cut the king off. Hmm. Maybe this. I still have to be careful not to lose this too. Like, in some situations can get a little bit dangerous. Okay, I've triangulated, so basically losing a tempo. We had this position earlier, it was my move, now it's black's move. So I essentially pass. Now I want to play this next. Maybe this. Okay, now check. Huh. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Not seeing my tactics. I'm still looking for just going through the possible lines here. You know, 4 doesn't look promising. There. I think I just have to accept the fact this will be a draw. There. Still considering this move, but this is probably the something. Even this. Actually, this loses to this. Okay, let's be careful. This. How about this? Maybe this is the best try. If it was my move, I'm winning, but it's not my move. Play this. Again, I don't want to lose. With this. King G2, and then this. Strange move, but playable. I have to be careful. There. I'm trying all my ideas, what to do. We have 3. Doesn't really do anything though. King D4, also no good. If I play this, it's just immediate draw. King E4. Take there. Okay. Well, we'll draw eventually. Going to the bitter end. I get a mating attack. Just given the time situation, I feel like I should try a few moves. Opponents doesn't have the highest like blitz and bowler rating. I can't play this. Play this. Opposition. I feel like there's hope here. Already a little bit tricky for black. Although maybe it's not tricky. Have to create the... There are situations where like you attack the rook and then mate and it's winning. Play this. Okay. I'm probably being overly optimistic though. I'll play this. The goal is to get the king here now, which is hard to do. The opponent's helping me a little bit. I do see one trap actually. There's a funny line here, 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 and then here. Okay, this is something. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. I do have to watch out for the skewer. Wow. Okay, let's go for this. Like, it feels wrong to play rook versus rook, but I don't know, the king and rook are kind of cornered here. Check. Actually, let's play check. Yeah, at this point it's probably just yeah, there's no tricks. Good defense from black. I don't think there's any way to do anything with the king cut off. Okay, so there's one last thing I can try. Maybe we'll get to 100 moves and then I'll throw in the towel. Get my king back. Oh, we got to 100 moves. Let's play one more move. I'll take a draw. Okay, GG. Opponent defended well. I was optimistic with the slow like endgame play, but they found some key moves in the endgame. Mainly those rook d8s. Very timely rook d8. Like I calculated d2. But yeah, this is actually a draw. Wow. I was better if I play. Yeah, I had to be a little bit more patient, I guess. Rook c4 was just too soon. Remarkably clean game. I mean, maybe it was just this one endgame moment. I was worse, actually. Wow. Wait, I was losing? I was losing here. But how? King e1? Wait, I played king e1. If black found king e3, it's winning for black. I have this. Take. Oh, the pawn's promoting. I'm too slow with counterplay, apparently. Wait. No, rook e6 is winning. Oh, there's rook g1 here. So what of this? Yeah, here I'm too slow. Like if this, take. Yeah, this is a very simple win for black. Okay, I guess I should be fortunate. I was never actually winning this game. Maybe I was slightly better in the endgame, like here. But it required finding b4. This is not on my radar to just leave the pawn here. It makes some sense though to get the passed pawn. Okay. Well, GG. I lose some rating points. I think I'm gonna end it there. That was a long game. So yeah, the rating took a dip. Let me check my my rating deviation. How many more games do I need to play? Classical. Oh, I need to play a lot more games. Need to get to a deviation of 75 to enter the leaderboard. So thanks again everyone for tuning in. Congratulations to those who won the merch giveaway. I will be back in the near future. So do stay tuned.